The movie starts in 1999 with a pilot named Petty, who is inside an old shop for toys and antiques. Petty wants to return a monkey toy that he bought for his children from this shop. But the shop owner is surprised by his appearance and asks him about his clothes, which are soaked in blood. Petty tells the owner that the toy is the reason, because every time the monkey beats the drum, someone dies in a terrible way. While they are talking, they suddenly see that the monkey starts to drum for no reason. At that moment, the shop owner tells Petty that the monkey drummed, but nothing happened. But as soon as he finishes speaking, a rope inside the shop is cut. An old axe falls and hits a knight statue carrying a crossbow, and an arrow comes out of it, piercing the shop owner's stomach, killing him instantly. Petty breaks down in fear and starts to panic. He gets overwhelmed by anger and decides to set the whole shop on fire to get rid of the terrifying monkey toy. After some years, we find out that Petty escaped and left his wife Louisa and his twin sons, Bill and Hale, and no one knows where he went. At that time, we see Bill with his brother, and Hale tells us that Bill is 3 minutes older than him, but Bill acts as if he's 3 years older. That's because Hale is calm and kind, unlike Bill, who is clearly mischievous and enjoys playing pranks on everyone. Bill always annoys and bullies Hale, and because of all this, Hale starts to hate Bill for his bad behavior all the time. It's gotten to the point that Hale imagines himself throwing a bowling ball at Bill's head while he is sleeping to get rid of him. Hale also says that when he asks his mom about his dad, she tells him that his father disappeared suddenly for no reason. Later, Bill and Hale go to their old house to receive something their father left for them, now that they're grown up and are his heirs. There, they find the monkey toy inside a box, with a note telling whoever finds it to wind up the key and see what happens. Bill takes the toy and winds the key to see what will happen, and the monkey smiles and lifts its hand, but suddenly stops moving. Bill gets annoyed and tells his brother the toy is broken, then gives it to him. The next day, Bill and Hale are out with their nanny Annie, and Hale takes the monkey toy with him in the car. During the ride, Bill argues with Annie about where they should go. Bill and Hale want to go to the amusement park, but Annie insists they should go to a Chinese restaurant. She tells them they'll like the food there. At the restaurant, Annie is impressed by the chef's knife skills, and it's clear they are interested in each other. The chef even makes her a heart shape out of food. But suddenly, the monkey starts to drum, and Hale hears the drum sound, even though he is far away from it. At that moment, the chef, while playing with his knives, accidentally stabs Annie with a knife and decapitates her. Bill and Hale are terrified, and neither of them has an explanation for what happened. At Annie's funeral, Hale is very sad and starts to think the monkey toy is connected to what happened, because he had heard the drum before she died. After that, Hale continues his life and goes to school, taking the monkey toy with him. When his classmates see the monkey in his bag, they make fun of him, and even Bill joins in and laughs at him like the rest. Not content with just mocking his brother, after class, Bill and his friends bring a lot of bananas and throw them at Hale. Hale gets very upset and goes home completely enraged. He goes and talks to the monkey and tells it that he knows it caused Annie's death, because he heard the drum right before she died. He asks the monkey to kill his brother Bill because he's fed up with him and his actions. Hale winds the toy and waits to see what will happen, and the monkey starts drumming. At that exact moment, Bill comes home and talks to their mother, who is preparing dinner, but suddenly she has a seizure and dies in a horrible way. On their mother's funeral day, Hale says the monkey kills people whenever it wants and doesn't take orders from anyone. At the same time, Hale is confused and doesn't know why the monkey killed his mother and not Bill. Doctors told him his mother died from a severe nervous attack, which exploded the cells in her brain, a rare case that doesn't happen often. Hale is extremely sad, knowing he caused his mom's death. After the funeral, he grabs an axe and smashes the monkey toy, then throws it in a trash bin to get rid of it. Afterwards, Bill and Hale go to live with their Aunt Ada and their Uncle Chip. Hale says that Uncle Chip hates kids completely, unlike Aunt Ada, who is very happy to have them. When they get to the house, Bill is very sad about his mother, because he loved her madly. Suddenly, he hears a strange sound in the room and goes to check. He is shocked to find the monkey in the closet. Bill gets angry at Hale, thinking he brought the toy with them, but Hale tells him he broke the toy and threw it away, and also tells him the toy is cursed and has a demonic spell that kills people. A few days later, Hale explains that Uncle Chip was on a trip in the woods, and while he was sleeping, a large herd of horses trampled and killed him horribly. His body was crushed completely, and his corpse was shredded like meat. After this, Bill and Hale put the toy back in its box and throw it into a well to get rid of it, believing it caused Uncle Chip's death. 25 years later, Bill and Hale are grown up. Hale says that he and his brother have been separated for years. He tells us he got married and had a son named Petty after his father. He's sad because he has lived away from his wife and son for years and only visits his son once a year, fearing the toy's curse will still follow him and hurt his family. He says he never told them the truth, so his relationship with them is damaged, and they see him as an irresponsible and failed father. His wife eventually divorced him and married someone else to raise their son. Hale is upset because he cannot explain the truth, as they wouldn't believe him anyway. He also has nightmares where his mom appears with blood on her face, telling him he caused her death. He dreams the monkey toy picks him up while he is sleeping and throws him down the same well where he dumped it 25 years ago. In another dream, the monkey wants to hit him with the axe and finish him. Hale says he finally learned the monkey toy kills only bad people. He realizes the toy killed Nanny Annie because she never really cared for Bill and Hale as much as she showed in front of their mom. Instead of taking the boys to the amusement park, she took them to the restaurant to meet the chef she loved and was involved with. As for Louisa, Bill and Hale's mother, the toy killed her because she loved Bill more than Hale and always ignored and neglected Hale. Uncle Chip was killed because he didn't love Bill and Hale and didn't want them in his house. Meanwhile, Aunt Ida wakes up at night to a strange sound inside the house. She grabs a gun and goes to investigate. She discovers the sound is coming from the basement, so she goes down to search but finds nothing. Suddenly, as she goes up the stairs, they collapse, and she falls into a box of fishing equipment. Fishing hooks get stuck in her face, so she rushes to the bathroom in pain and pulls them out. She puts alcohol on her wounds to clean them. At that moment, she smells gas filling the house. She goes to the kitchen and approaches the stove flame to find where the gas leak is. Suddenly, the stove catches fire, and since she has alcohol on her face, her whole face ignites. She runs out of the house and hits the wooden post with the mailbox and dies. We return to Hale, who goes to take his son Petty from his mother's house for his scheduled visit. However, Petty is annoyed and upset with Hale because his father is always distant and never asks about him. But Petty goes with Hale to a hotel outside the city because Hale wants to take him on a mountain trip. That night, Hale receives a phone call from his brother Bill, and he is shocked to hear from Bill that their aunt has died. He is more shocked when Bill says he suspects the monkey toy is behind their aunt's death because she died in a sudden accident, like everyone who died when the toy was around. At that moment, one of the hotel guests walks by Hale, takes off her clothes to swim in the pool, and is electrocuted as a short circuit hits the pool water. This happens as soon as she jumps in and her body explodes. Hale is horrified and starts linking his aunt's death with the girl's death at the hotel. This confirms to him that the monkey toy has appeared again, and someone must have found it and used it. After that, Bill takes his son and goes to his aunt's house. There, they meet a woman named Barbara, who works for the government and is responsible for the house after Ida's death. Barbara knows that Hale and Bill are the heirs, so she tries to trick Hale into selling the house cheaply so she can profit. Hale isn't bothered about her and only wants to know if the monkey toy is at his aunt's house. Things get harder when Barbara tells him many people have started dying in the city lately, all in strange accidents. This makes him sure that the monkey toy is there, and he asks Barbara if she found a monkey-shaped toy among his aunt's things. She says she doesn't remember, so they start looking for it in the house. As they search, Barbara opens a door, but there is a gun behind it. It falls, fires a bullet, and blows Barbara's head off in front of Hale, who is left terrified. The police come and take Hale's statement about the accident. Meanwhile, outside the house, a man whose face is hidden stands among the crowd, watching the ambulance as it takes Ida's body. We learn this is Ricky, a friend of Bill and Hale from when they lived with their aunt. Now, Ricky is a private detective and has been tracking Hale since he arrived in the city. Ricky goes to Bill and tells him that Hale is at their aunt's house with his son Petty. We flash back now to see that after Bill and his brother threw the monkey toy in the well, Bill went back and searched for it, but only found the wind-up key. He spent years searching for the toy and used Ricky's help to find it after their aunt died. Ricky eventually found the monkey toy among her things, and Bill used it, hoping to ask it to kill his brother Hale. Bill believes Hale was responsible for their mother's death by ordering the monkey toy. But Ricky wanted the toy for himself after discovering its secret. He goes to Bill's house and demands to have it, but Bill refuses and reminds him he's already paid Ricky for his help. Ricky says he'll return the money and wants the monkey toy, but Bill refuses and tells him never to come back. Angry, Ricky goes home, puts on his father's old police uniform, and takes his father's gun. He wants to get revenge on Bill, but first goes to Hale. He threatens Hale and his son with the gun and then takes them to Bill's house. Ricky wants Petty to sneak inside through the dog flap in the back door to steal the monkey toy from Bill's house. Hale refuses to send his son, but Ricky threatens to kill the boy unless he agrees. Petty climbs in as Ricky suggested and meets his Uncle Bill, who tells him who he is and about what Ricky did to him and his father. Since Petty doesn't know about the feud between Bill and Hale, Bill plans to have Petty start the monkey toy, hoping it will kill Hale this time. Bill lies to Petty and says the toy belonged to his father, and now he is passing it to him to try. Petty wins the monkey, which starts drumming. Hale realizes there is a beehive in the tree outside, and suddenly a swarm of bees comes out and enters Ricky's mouth, killing him. Terrified, Hale gets out of his car and goes into the house to check on Petty. He calls for him, and Bill, hearing his voice, gets angry because he realizes Hale is still alive. He tries to force Petty to play the toy again, but Petty refuses. Bill pushes Petty and grabs the toy, trying to make it work himself. But the toy refuses to work, so Bill starts hitting the monkey's arm, trying to force it to drum, and screams that it must kill his brother now. The toy suddenly emits a force, throwing Bill away. The monkey starts drumming rapidly and fiercely, as if it is angry at Bill. Bill looks out the window and sees a ball of fire falling on the city, burning it. Suddenly, the roof collapses and corpses begin falling on Bill's head. He is horrified and particularly scared when he sees the body of a bride hanging by a rope. Everything finally calms down, and at that moment, Hale arrives. Bill confesses that he knows Hale is responsible for their mother's death, and that's why he tried to kill him the same way. Hale tells Bill he won't blame him for what he did, but explains he never meant to kill their mother. He wanted the monkey toy to kill himself because Bill made his life miserable as a kid. He apologizes and reconciles with Bill. Suddenly, the monkey starts drumming again, and we notice that Bill has positioned Hale in a specific spot inside the house. It turns out Bill had planned and set up traps all over the house in anticipation of Hale's visit, so the traps would go off one after another, eventually launching a small cannon loaded with a bowling ball. But the ball hits Bill's head and decapitates him instead. Hale is surprised at how the bowling ball killed his brother and understands Bill deceived him until the last moment, lying when he said he forgot all about the past, so the monkey toy killed him too. The next day, Hale is driving with his son, telling him the story of the monkey toy. He explains that the toy haunted his father and then started haunting him, and that's why he stayed away from his son for all those years, to keep him safe. Hale says everything that happened taught him he should always be kind to people and never harm anyone. Petty is happy after learning the real reason his father stayed away, and finally knows that his father loves him, not hates him as he used to think. Hale and his son agree to keep the toy instead of getting rid of it, and Petty accepts his father's decision. And that's the end of the movie. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Cinema in a Nutshell. See you in the next summary. Peace.